It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the streets.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I want to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day. Shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Hey, tight shirts. Hey. I cleaned my lens to see if it's not as blurry. If not, it's probably my laptop. But I tried to clean it last night, so we'll see what it looks like on TV. Inside backstory.
Morning, Miss Clark.
Morning, Miss Clark. Good morning. Jay Black is in the building. Jay Black is in the building. Cypher's in the building. The letters look different. What you changed?
I just switched it. When we have third person guests, sometimes I gotta switch it up so it don't block people's faces.
And speaking of the third person guest,
Lisa is up, aka Legs.
Financial Rebel
LaShawn, my homie LaShawn
will be joining us today. Financial Rebel will be joining us today. The tax expert, I'm gonna get him also rocking with the messiness. Ashley Newman, our secret agent, is in.
We gotta hang out with Ashley one day. Ashley gotta come out. We gotta make sure Ashley come out.
Ashley's a secret agent. Ashley does not come out unless she's on a mission. So, fuck is we talking about? Think Ashley's right? Ashley ain't regular. Ashley ain't regular
to show her face in the streets.
She got to be cracking codes out there. They love her in these streets. Ashley, we playing them little games that just come out so we can hang out. What's the objective of the mission? What information? What detail am I trying to inquire?
What up, Asha?
Wow, what up, Asha?
Asha?
What's good with you? Thank you for the text. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you for my daughter's compliment. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Mine was dope. I had to watch it back because I'm being the right.
What did you call her?
I said Maya.
Oh, I thought you said Maya. Woo, do not slip up with the Maya.
Maya.
Don't do it to you. Be like, who?
Shelly. Good morning, Shelly.
Good morning,
Ash Bash. Let me get the link ready just in case, because she quick to.
Ash is quick. She's slick with it.
Drop the link. Let me just put it in there now.
Ash, aka Nikki White Chocolate is Slick Talk. Ash is aka Confrontation. She wants the audio conference. One day we're gonna get her to put that damn camera on, but we're good.
Afro Queen is up. Good morning, Afro Queen.
Afro Queen.
DMV is in the building. DC, Baltimore, Maryland.
Always a queen, the Afro Queen.
I'm actually laughing at you. What is the objective?
What is the objective of our exploration outdoors? Because I don't mess with y'all. I know y'all love me out here, but I don't mess with y'all like that.
Shirts.
One day we'll check. Ashley will come out. We'll get out to the Q spot on brunch. Even though I got to work Sunday, so I won't be to the Q spot till like 4:00. How was your night last night? How was everything with you last night?
Last night was man, so many things happened. The washing machine still, that saga continues with.
That'll be here next month. Don't worry about it.
No. The lady gonna tell me they canceled it because it was damaged. I thought you said one you didn't have it. Then it was it's all these lies. And then now, it's because it was damaged, so you got to go order another one. Why can't you just place another order? Why I got to go back to the store? Come find out they don't got no more. So what? So y'all sold me something, knew you didn't have it, Like it's a bunch of mess. So now I want to upgrade. Look, now here I go. I want my money back, half of it. I'm making all type of demands, and they meeting my demands. So we'll see how I go.
Well, that's because the salesperson didn't check that inventory and was just looking at he or she's bottom line of getting another sale.
But I don't think they get commission at Lowe's.
Well, that's even worse because then they really don't give a damn. They're like, hey, it's there, it's there. Then they got to go to the hub and find out we ain't got no more of them bitches, and the one we sent was broke.
And I like that washer. It was the profile, GE profile, top load. I did all my research. Now I want the same version, but in a Maytag.
Them laundromats are different now. You think of the old school laundromats. Laundromats have come a long way, yo. Like real talk.
It's not my lane, but I'm looking. You got your phone controller, can start and stop it, and like it's Wi-Fi now. Like it's so much technology with the wash. You don't know because you don't wash clothes either.
Well, that was my therapy. I used to watch Sundays. I used to wait till I used to actually pile it up on purpose so I could do my therapy and wash it all.
But it tells you how much time is left on the load. You can hit start and stop. It was some other things you can do from your phone.
But the shit they add, it really don't change nothing. It's just, they tried to make you lazier, but really, you put the stuff in and you take it out. And you
can take the agitator out or leave it in, depending on if you got comforters, because they got propellers, impels, whatever agitator. It's all type of
extra shit that was probably already there that they're trying to tell you now is extra. But it's all good because Lady Q, she's the one who has to deal with all that. So
that's what she said. Oh, look at you acting like you. I'm watching YouTube videos like you gonna watch clothes. She trying to play me.
You gonna watch clothes?
I am. I need to be independent. I never know.
Nothing, JB. Sorry to hear that about your washer. My refrigerator is coming in a week earlier. Well, ain't that something? I should got a plug. I don't know. I should know what to do. That's why. See,
she got hers from Lowe's too.
See, I got mine from Lowe's too. She got a plug at Lowe's.
Yeah. But that was it. And then they had the little drama with the grandbaby. Some mistake. I guess kids' arms are a little. I guess they can come out of socket. But we had to go help the baby out. Slightly had a little arm, so they fixed that back up. Everything good. Watch Survivor.
What do you mean? Who fixed the arm?
You can't pull a baby by their arm because you can hurt their arms.
Why the fuck did you pull the baby by the arm?
Who said it? Why are you always accusing me?
Because I know that's some roughhouse dumb shit you do. Why would you pull the baby by the arm?
Shut up. You play rough with kids too. Shut up.
I don't. No, I absolutely. That's why I only let you play with my daughters once. That was it. You only play with my daughters once. I was like, he ain't never playing with them again. They didn't want to play with you after that. They're like, he's too rough.
He's too rough.
What is wrong with you?
Body slam it.
Throwing people in the water. I was like, but y'all kept coming back, dummies. Why'd y'all keep going back?
Yeah. No, but it's all good. Everything's good. Survivor was good. I watched all my shows. So yeah, how was your morning? Night, rather. There you go.
I don't even remember. Me and Monty talked about the show. Monty said, so when do I know? And when it's
really said, a question. Like
she was like, really... No, she really said, this is a quote. Well, if I get the job, I would like you to send me, can you email me so, it can be official? I said, all right, Monty, I'll email you.
Yeah, Tawana, she was on yesterday. You can go back to go to YouTube, search Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and then you can see Monty. She came on about an hour into the show. And she came on being an adult. That's what was the most shocking to me. Like, I know her behind the scenes, but it's like, wow, she handled herself well, very well spoken, very, very opinionated, and she didn't shy away from it. So it was good. So go back and watch it tomorrow.
So here's the thing. That's the name of it.
Parker said she was spectacular.
Thank you, Ms. Parker. That's the name of the topic. Now, some of these topics, the one topic she told me about is this controversy about a hairstyle. And I was like, well, girl, just understand. Me and Jay don't give a fuck. So we're gonna be like, we just understand. She's like, no, there's a controversy, and it's behind who does it. And she had a whole thing about it. And I was like, go get it. You got a time frame, you go on there. These
women care, I guess.
Yeah, Ovaries gonna care. Yeah. And thank you, Asha. And she said, I might do that, but I don't know. She said, but you ain't sent me the email yet. I said, no, I haven't sent you the email yet. So we'll send you the email.
Oh, they all like that.
Thank you. We'll send you the email. Glad she did well. It's in her
It's in her
blood.
bloodline.
Thank you, Ms. Coleman. Thank you. Yeah, it's all me. That's all me.
Peace, Craig.
That's all. What up, Craig? What up, Craig?
What
And
Craig?
so I said, I'll send you this. I'll send you.
Look,
You know, we'll give you the yay or nay. And so I said, but the problem is I don't even have your email address, Monty. Let's send me the email.
Queen Born, Martin. You ain't got Monty's email address.
No. Why would I email my daughter? I text her.
Same thing. I got my daughter's email.
Yeah, but why would I email? Who? Would you check faster? You go to your email or when your alert on your text message goes?
Okay. Okay, I got what you're saying.
When we try to wake your ass up, we don't never email you. You'll never get it.
I was up at 3:20 this morning, dude. I was about to be a wrap. I just started to nod off, but I got to figure this sleep thing out. But yeah, you're right. You don't email Mike. Make sure you're up.
No, we got to let her sweat it out a little bit. We can't.
TP.
We can't just hit her with the congratulations. We might have to interview some more people.
That's true. We have other candidates. She may not be the best fit. That is a great point.
I have to interview more candidates. Who knows? Who knows? It's cutthroat out here, man. It's cutthroat.
She said, "Don't." Somebody else can scoop Monty up. I think Tawana telling you don't be procrastinating, and then Monty go accept something else somewhere else.
She lived right next to me.
What that mean?
She lived right next to me. I'm like, you about to send you email. Morning.
Poppy.
And if I hear an interview going on, I'll just mess it up. Morning, absolutely.
Poppy was watching yesterday too.
Okay. Great kudos to you, Mike. You raised a great young lady. Need to hear more. Well, get set because she behind the scenes. I'm not even gonna tell you behind the scenes. I had to explain certain situations behind the scenes. She's about to. There were some things that
Oh, she ain't like something I said, right? I know.
No, it had nothing to do with that.
Okay, I knew I went left. I saw.
She was about to launch off into our audience.
Because she doesn't. Okay. Yeah.
So I had to give it a background. She was like, "Oh, really?"
It's all in love and support. Yeah, you're going to get some reckless stuff said to you.
You know, these 21-year-olds.
They be ready to defend themselves.
These YNs. I know you just use it for guys, but these YNs, I use it for all of them. But
I thought when I asked her about being raised by you and not by her mom, that was going to hit a nerve. And then her mom was watching. I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't, but I said it anyway.
You see how quick she answered that?
Yeah, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did.
You answered that quick. Don't interview anybody else. She pitched it. I'm about to bring Monty on my show. Well, if she signs the contract, you'll have to go through me after the contract because there's a stipulation about other podcasts and venturing off, and there has to be a.
She ain't signed nothing yet.
Yeah, not yet. I'm just saying. I'm sending her the contract, so I'm forming a contract with her. I'm having somebody put this contract and put it together. If it's a paid gig somewhere else,
take it. LaShawn said, Chuck, forget your dad.
There's a record label here, girl. When we get you, we get you.
It's
we
like
get
Diddy,
all you publishers.
It's like Diddy. You like Diddy? You like Diddy? That's what you're saying?
Yeah. When you want to get on another podcast, the check, we get some of that check. We only give you a portion of the check. We get the check. The generations are different, and she can add a lot of insight, especially the like y'all were talking about the lingo. Yeah, and no cat. Real talk, no cat.
Yeah, you ate that. Yeah. Hey, you gonna play? Let's play.
You gonna play?
All right.
You gonna play?
What up, Jay the Addict? Good morning, homie.
Some of y'all men up here, y'all co-signing a little too much. Laugh out loud. You ain't her manager.
What do you need? Wait,
I'm more than her manager.
Did you just say you men? So guys can't give her compliments and say she's doing a good job, not too many?
Watch out now. Watch out. We might have a viral moment on this bitch. That's what we might have. We might have a serious viral moment.
See, I can't even play. See, I want to see.
No, I will play. I'll go viral. I'll man, let me tell you, I'll burn this motherfucker down. Laptop and all. But I definitely wanted to talk to her about the situation with Aisha Howard, the baby mom to Anthony Edwards. Jay gonna love this.
Tell me, the lady said something yesterday.
So my night was great. Anthony Edwards, we did this story where he got a old girl pregnant. She has another child by the rapper Lil Baby. Negative. We spent a lot of time in the clubs, running around in the industry, and I'm proud of you guys. I don't know about anybody else with all the other fellows just talking, but I'm proud of you, and I'm proud to see your kids doing the same and came right along and followed behind your foot. Man, I appreciate that, James. In all seriousness, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Poppy.
Thank
was
you.
right along
I
with us.
definitely appreciate all sincerity with that.
So Anthony Edwards, NBA star.
He's 23 now. Got a 38-year-old pregnant. She looked good. She's typical. Well, she's cool. She's typical body. That was a Scarface move. Who put these things together? Me. Exactly. Me. You know what it is. Hey, don't get it. I'm still toxic. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So Anthony Edwards and then Anthony Edwards came out and his lawyers. The word on the street is that he just said. His lawyers went to the judge. He said, I want nothing to do with this kid. First, he gave her $100,000 for potential abortion. She didn't get the abortion. Then after that, she's pregnant.
She didn't get the abortion.
They get the text message and back and forth. We talked about this before. Let me just say this before we jump into this. Pays her $1 million up front in child support.
Your lady Q told me
he paid all 18 years.
Up front, take this check. I want nothing to do with you. Here's
whatever million
for the year.
2 million, 3 million. I don't know what it is. 10,000 a month. I'm paying all 212 whatever payments.
Okay, so he did his job.
But before we get into this, take that down for a second. I want to make this clear before we get into this. How I'm going to talk today has nothing to do with the blessing. The baby that is now on this earth.
Okay.
It has to do with the two individuals who are taking part. Specifically her today, because we focus on Anthony Edwards when Anthony Edwards told her up front he wanted nothing to do with the child. I sat up here before y'all get into this because y'all gonna bring up why you just leaning on the woman. I did a whole show on how he's gonna regret this. I did a whole show. That to not have connections simply because what you think the angle that the mother is taking, to not have connections with your daughter is going to come back and bite you in the ass. And it's going to be serious when that child is like 15, 14, 17, at whatever age, when she comes to you and says, what did I do to you? And your answer has to be nothing because she didn't do anything except be born. So I want to put all that out there now. Before y'all get every cliche ready for me. Before y'all start the cliches, before y'all start the man should have did this, and the man, I pointed all that out. All of it. And if you need me to rehash it, I will. But old gold digger girl done spoke up.
I ain't saying she a gold digger, Miss Parker said.
But she done spoke up, and I got like 3 parts. And she ain't do herself no favors. It's a rumor. I know. She said it's a rumor.
It's coming.
She said it's a rumor, but everybody else is reporting that it happened. And whatever the case may be, it would be genius if he did that. Because you're not going to have me going back to court every time I renegotiate my contract. So they probably haven't signed it. They're probably negotiating it, and we'll see what happens. But she got on social media and decided that I'm going to clear the air because I'm one of them intelligent women who I know. And the first thing she did when will some men learn to be proactive and wear a condom or stay abstinent? Never, Asha. Never. Never. There's nothing more powerful than sex. And there will always be men and women who roll the dice. Especially when a disease like AIDS has got a pill that you could take now. It was an incredible move by him. He's on his rookie contract. This deal comes. I think that you said 5K. I heard it was 10K, but we don't know what it is. When he renegotiates the contract, comes in that $1 million in peanuts.
But that's why she ain't gonna accept it.
Yeah, that's why she ain't gonna accept it. You might as well bring Financial Rebel in here, so he can get. He can get
Kamari coming in.
Come on, what up? What up? Financial Rebels in the building. Tax expert, he's in the building. What up there, homie?
We can't hear you. So we're talking about Anthony Edwards, NBA. Go ahead.
All right, so basically she got on social media. Now, whether it's a rumor or not, it's already in the atmosphere. So this story came from lawyers. Lawyers leaked something. Lawyers set it all up. So these stories don't come out of nowhere. They're leaked by somebody on purpose. She would need to agree to a lump sum, and we know she's not doing that. Unless the lump sum, unless they say the child support, she might not be able to stop it.
What do you mean?
If the court says this is your child support, and they make a statement that this is what you have to pay, and he decides to pay it all, and his lawyers agree that he decides to pay it all, I don't know. But if he does, the 212 payments, they should be nothing. First of all, they should be if you're telling me this is what it takes to raise a child. If you're telling me this is what it takes to raise a child, and you say you have to pay this every month, and you ask for how long, and they say till 18 years, or unless they go to college, and you say, okay, well, let me pay it all. Let me put it, she ain't got to take it all, but we can put it right here where she can just get access to it, and that's it. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Well, the research department said they just Googled it, and both parties have to agree in order to take the lump sum like that up front for the 18 years.
Well, none of us is lawyers here. And trust me, the lawyers, social media, and the lawyers he got know more about this than just trust me. So bottom line is she gets back on here and she wants to clear her name.
Okay.
And she thinks she's witty enough.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to the people.
And I'm gonna talk to the people directly.
Okay. I'm gonna let them know what's going on.
So this is when you know, and dudes, this is what I tell y'all. Messing with these older women, this is one of the women that has already thought, she already thought her intellectual level was crispy. Yeah. She was like, when I get on this, wait till they get a load of my pretty ass.
I'm smacking with this, and it's gonna shut it all down.
The first thing she starts doing is pandering to being the pro-choice and pro-life, and the women's rights to do what they want with their body. This was the first move. This one I was like, oh, this is so Trumpy right here. Oh, this bitch got Trumpy all over it. She want to pander to women like she gives a fuck. But I'm a let her ride. I'm gonna let her ride. So this is the first one where she starts on, I don't understand you weirdos. Do you want the right to choose or not? Like that got anything to do with this. But go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Let's.
I remember how women came together and they protest, and you got dressed in jerry beads, and some of you went down in panties and bras and trench coats and was like, this is my body, this is my choice, okay? But the second a woman makes the decision, and I'm not even sure if it's a woman or if maybe, well, I know I'm probably getting this attention because of who I am. And
let's stop right there.
Who is she?
Let's stop right there. Don't nobody fucking know who you are other than people in the industry who fuck. Once again, I preface this. This has nothing to do with that blessing that is born, that walks on this planet. But if you want to play, we're going to play. Has nothing to do with you. Because if I would have got you pregnant, there'd be no story. None. These two gentlemen wouldn't even be talking about it. There would be no story. But I'll let you go ahead. Let me see if I got
and who I am attached to.
Yes.
But just generally speaking, the second a woman decides to make the decision about her body and her child, y'all turn into weirdos. Do you want a man to tell you what to do with your body or not? Do you want the right or not?
That's the first part. Can you please stop? This ain't got nothing to do with that. This ain't got nothing. You agreed, and you took $100,000 allegedly to have the procedure done. You have every right to change your mind.
But don't act like this has to do with that movement. It don't have nothing to do with that. Because you specifically moved from Georgia to California because you knew you would get more money in California. And the judge sent you back to Georgia. So wait. Y'all know what this means, right? Y'all know what this means, right?
You know miss me with that.
It means miss me with all that. This is a grimy game, and I'm gonna talk grimy today. This whole pregnancy, getting ball players to get you pregnant, and ball players not wanting to, ball players paying for abortions. This is the grimy game you get in this industry, ladies. This is the grimy game that happens. But let me let her get it off without me interrupting. This is the whole first one. Right,
I remember how women came together and they protest, and you got dressed in jerry beads, and some of you went down in panties and bras and trench coats and was like, this is my body, this is my choice, okay? But the second a woman makes the decision, and I'm not even sure if it's a woman or if maybe, well, I know I'm probably getting this attention because of who I am and who I am attached to. But just generally speaking, the second a woman decides to make the decision about her body and her child, y'all turn into weirdos. Do you want a man to tell you what to do with your body or not? Do you want the right or not?
All right, so that's the first one. What was the comments? Girl, bye. You hold around, and now she's a spokesman for women's rights and liberations. Girl, double buy. They hit her with a double buy. Is that the way you felt when you take his 100K? Did you get the money back? No, absolutely not. You already know that. That's I
like Sean's.
If you have no contact with the child's father, just take the lump sum for the child. That's all you got to do.
I love that.
But the negotiation is, she knows there could be a chance when he resigns and he gets off his rookie deal.
Yeah, he's going to get that $100 million contract.
$100 million. Yeah. Don't you insult him?
Yeah.
It's going to be a minimum. The low end, if his agent is horrible, is going to be $350 million guaranteed. That's going to be the lowest. If that man were to mess around and win a championship, it's going to be a $500 million contract, guaranteed. This is horrible. I was the child that was in between angry parents during an ugly divorce, and it still haunts me. The money is for the child, not the custodial parent to take it, invest it, use it wisely for the child. So when the child becomes an adult, he or she will have money. It's horrible. Okay, she got that. I support women making a choice they want, but she needs to stop. He's a trash ass human, and so is she.
He's trash. She said he's trash. Okay.
One point, y'all. Mike, talk that talk. They need warning signs on their package. Listen, people laughed at me when I said immediately when a ball player gets drafted, they should be required to have a vasectomy, and everybody got upset.
You said that.
Everybody was like, "Oh,
that should be a standard requirement."
No, that is crazy. That is crazy. Okay. Trust me, if I had a son, that's what I would do. Trust me, that's what we would do.
So is he trash? So you think he's trash for saying, all right, I had nothing to do with it. I've told you from the beginning. Here's the money for the abortion. I'm paying you. Is he trash, Mike?
Let me explain you something. When you in this grimy ass game, y'all all trash. I was in that game. We were all trash. Obviously not on that level. We're all trash. It's all about lust. It's all about money. It's all about partying. It's all about on to the next. That is the reality of that lifestyle. All of it. I don't care if they become billionaires. I don't care if they wind up like me doing a show on YouTube. I don't care what it is. When you are part of that system, when you are part of that industry, and you're in that grimy ass business, where women are based on their looks and men are based on what they're worth.
So what do you do?
This is what happens. But let me get to the second one. Let me get to the second one. And we got to get Financial Rebel up in here. Hold on. Let me get the second. This is the second part of it. I think this is the one that gets into section 8 where she's trying to basically be like, you're not built like me, but I'm not sure. Let me play the second part to it.
Okay. I don't. The only thing that irritates me is I read comments that say, oh, you're a gold digger, or you kept the baby for a check. What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with.
Here we go.
To the men that I have children with.
Here we go.
And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy.
Wow. Boom.
Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Oh. Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby allegations at all.
No, baby, you so eloquent. Let's get it. Let's get it for the let's bring that beat back. Bring that beat back.
At all. I don't. The only thing that irritates me is I read comments that say, oh, you're a gold digger, or you kept the baby for a check. What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with. What? And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you? Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby allegations at all.
So she goes on. So let me get to these comments before we
I don't even know where I left off at. I was just running through them.
Bring it can you explain child support? Is my understanding that it's a debt paid to the home of the parents who has physical custody. Okay, let's go. There were other ones. Damn, she changed up quick. No wonder people are coming for her. Yeah, because you know what it is. She really thinks she's that caliber. You know. Okay. Well, there were other ones that you had.
Yeah.
Proceed with caution. Wrap it up, ladies. No reason to be out here like this. Protect yourself, ladies. Vasectomy / self-control / better choices. The only loser is the child. Absolutely. That's why I preface this whole thing with saying that. Don't give these women the space to play you or set you up. Yep, because guys, once again, that man has had a girlfriend since 2020, and he had 4 babies in the same year, and one of them was with his girlfriend. Yes, he's trash. Yes, everybody is trash. Everybody in the game is trash when it comes morally. Morally trash. Damn, she changed up quick. No wonder why people are coming for her. Miss Parker with okay. So what is our point? A high class hoe versus a low class hoe. She's dumb, wrapped up in a whole lot of stupid. The men plural she's had children with. I see a stank.
Stank.
Okay, that's an old school word. She called her a stank. Go ahead, girl. My boo called her a stank. That whoa, ladies, yes, protect yourselves. If you don't want a baby, prevent it.
If you don't want a baby with her, she said, I'm here. You check your baby daddies, I check mine. Let's check resumes.
I spent a whole show telling you going at Anthony Edwards. Cause I've been him.
Was annoying.
Now, I never on his level. I ain't never say but he's at fault. But he's not the one on social media yesterday. He's not one who's thinking that they smarter than us and they were going to clear everything up because they were going to be so eloquent and so versatile in how they could speak to different issues and how they can manipulate everybody to try and make people think that she's not a gold digger. We know what you are. You might as well just embrace it. People would like you more if you just embraced it. Her voice is annoying as fuck. I'm glad I'm not the only one. She is like many who have had kids for a payday. I don't feel sorry for neither of them. Exactly. Just the innocent child.
Yep.
You're at the table or on the menu. I guess they was talking. Okay. How much is she getting back yearly? I don't know. I don't know what the taxes are. I don't know. Well,
there's no tax on child support.
There's no tax?
Not on child support.
That's the thing. She did want a baby. That's her income. All right, and then we'll let me get she is the definition of a bird.
Baby, I don't know. I guess the baby was just born. I don't know.
All right, and then this is the grand finale. This was the grand. I don't agree. Everybody in the business is trash. Is about you. There are no morals in this industry, Miss Coleman. There are no morals.
Not one.
There are no morals.
Not one.
Not one. There are no morals. Once you get to this celebrity status, let me just get to this. Once you get to this celebrity status, when your ego becomes on fire, everybody falls prey to being the ain't shit. And half of the ain't shit people that y'all think is all good is because that wasn't, well, that ain't shit, but that ain't on this level.
There's levels to it.
That ain't on this level.
Just a little bit ain't shit.
Just a little bit ain't shit. Just a little bit ain't shit. They live in a whole different world with different rules where the things that are accepted, if y'all did the same thing in your lives, people would demonize you. But because it's the entertainment business, things are accepted. Don't make me run down the list. But let me get to the grand finale. Let me get to the grand finale. Let me get to the
It gets worse.
She said more.
This is her closing statement. Her closing statement. This might start with the vouchers. This might start with the vouchers. I don't know.
Lord have mercy.
Is that why you gave your baby?
The voucher, she said.
Now, if that was triggering, that's how I feel every time somebody says, "Do you even love that baby? You gave that baby for a check." Oh yeah, baby. I'm on one tonight. We gonna talk about it. Cause see, I sat back and I watched y'all in your dirty bonnets, lay back on your headboards, or in your cars with the cloth seats. I saw you. And you voiced your opinion about what you would have did if you were in my situation. With my options that you do not have, and you probably never will. How you gonna tell me what you would have did with my situation? When you had a baby for your weed man, or you had a baby for that dude that be robbing everybody.
Wow.
For Section 8 voucher. Is that?
Yep. Yep. That went over well, girl. Yeah, you won everybody over with that. Oh, you ate. You ate on that, girl. Oh, you ate.
I have a question.
What's the question? Go ahead, homie. Let's get.
I feel like she was adjusting the girl meat for the camera angle. Is it me, or am I just being the dude?
No, she was doing all that.
Talk about thirst trapping.
She was doing all that. When you step into that world, it's panty throwing and lots of lubricant. Even pristine Dr. J got caught up.
Dr. J was never pristine.
No, but in the outside world.
For a while.
No, he still is. If you hear the way the media talks about it, if you hear the way the media talks about him, it is in a pristine way. I'm just telling you, when you're in this industry and allegedly Teddy Pendergrass is knocking your wife off, and you run in the streets, that is just par for the course. I had a baby for a bum as well. Damn.
Taylor Shay said that.
I love that girl. Her mindset is not indicative of intelligence. Yeah.
Oh, she a bird. I'm done. Afro Queen said she's done. As soon as she said cloth seats, Afro Queen was like cloth seats.
She didn't win you over. She didn't win you over.
She was trolling the whole time.
You got them cloth seats in your car, y'all. This shit ain't even leather.
Cloth seats. What is wrong with cloth? That's why she would have never let me hit. She would, if she would have saw my Kia Forte, she spits on my Kia Forte. I spit on your Kia Forte. Dude, how dare you?
That's his African impersonation.
That's the best I got. That's the best I got. I spit on you. I spit.
Oh, I didn't know what kind we were on.
Neither did I. Neither did I. I don't know if I was like my friend, or I didn't know if I was my friend or I spit on your Kia Forte. How dare you come to me with that? Only had his family of 5. We're not gonna get an AI. Come on, like we.
Listen, AI has turned the page. He's the one of greatness.
He's turned the page.
Yes.
What was the comment before Miss Parker?
Craig.
At least she didn't say the DJ or comedian. Oh, well, it happens. It happens. But this is the delusion is because there's money involved. She believes her options are better.
Technically, they are. Then
not for that child, it's not. And when you have a child, that's everything.
We being honest, the
only difference is that what you're going to get paid.
That's a huge difference.
But it's not morally. We're talking morals.
Mike, who talks morals nowadays?
That's what they're talking right here.
I know that's not reality when you're fake. All right.
Your audience is special.
No, I do know multiple people who have had at least 4 kids for them checks to live in a nicer neighborhood in a big house. Crazy.
You're getting them dependents, you're getting them the support, you're getting cash support, you're getting the welfare support, you're getting your WIC, you're getting your dependents you can claim.
And y'all told me I was crazy to suggest these guys should get vasectomies when they get drafted.
There's a lot of population that do it for the check. There's a lot of people that would love to get knocked up by an NBA star.
More like passed
they can act
around.
like they don't.
And Bev said your option seems more like passed around, not options. You just need an actor next. You got the rapper. You got the ball player.
But what's her resume? What's her resume again?
Lil Baby. She got a baby by Lil Baby, and now she got Anthony Edwards. And listen, if that's the hustle. Do my leather seats with suede inserts count as cloth? I don't know. I don't know, Tawana. I don't know. I know I'm not in the mix. The thing is, she don't care because she's not signing up to be a mother. She's worried about her pockets. The baby's gonna be with the nanny all the time. Yeah, I mean, listen. I don't. This is what I try. This is why seems more like pass around options. But this is. It sounds like I'm backtracking, but I'm not. This is what it is in the industry, y'all. This is what it is. And the reason I'm not doing a whole thing about Anthony Edwards because I already did. These young boys run crazy. They run amok. And now, and listen, they get paid enough money that even having to pay this ain't that. Like this, for athletes that were doing this 15 years ago, it really made them go broke. But when you're looking at $400 and $500 million guaranteed, not including your endorsements, Craig got a story. Wait a second. Craig got some stories. When Craig start like this, I need a flashback. Hold up. One night, we were in the club in New York, sitting with the owners, drinking. The owners stepped off, and these chicks immediately asked, "Are you football players?" My friends responded, "Retired." He bagged her.
Just like that.
A person was detected.
A gold digger was in the house. She didn't even need an active one. She was like, "I'll take the retiree," who was talking to the owner. We don't know if she doesn't care about her babies. She can be a gold digger and I guess and love her babies.
Oh yeah.
And love her babies. Lady
you do
Q
have
is giving "I care about me" in her speech.
You do have females that they do want to pick the best baby dad that can offer the most money to them, right? Because how many times you had a female was pregnant, could have been by 2, and they picked the one that they thought was gonna have the better future and told her you the father. You know that happens, right?
All the time.
Do I know it happens? I was a nominee.
Oh, shit. Did you accept the award?
Hell no. Mike said we're gonna get these tests done.
I was a nominee, and old girl came back to me and said, "My bad." Real talk.
It really happened. Yeah, I pick you. You have the better future. You're on the radio.
Let me see.
Let me see.
And the winner is.
So they try to get their money right. They try to get their child support right.
We got me. Hard worker. Comedian. We're gonna take the comedian.
Yeah, give it to him. He gets the award.
I mean, if I thought I was checking people that was talking about me, I would be on my I'm the shit too. Only problem is all you got to do is be quiet. You're gonna get your check anyway.
I don't think people know the lesson. Most people who shut up get more money.
That's it. But you want to be a star too. Because when you're around celebrities, you want to feel that. She was like, because, it might be because of who I am. She literally said it might be because of who I am.
Yeah. Cypher said chicks be wanting to get knocked up by firefighters and cops just because they cops and firefighters.
They like the uniform. There really is a thing. Women love the uniform. Some women.
And they love the benefits. And listen, in every status, in every different economic setting, there's middle class, there's upper middle class, there's rich, there's rich, then there's wealthy, then there's obnoxiously rich. I picked the wrong baby dad. He was a broke drug dealer who still lived with his mom. Damn, Nancy. I'm playing.
Right. That's what she a bad picker. Go ahead.
That's why I wasn't that mad at the girl. Because listen, wait, if Nancy had a choice, she was like, let's see, who am I gonna pick? Failed drug dealer. Yeah, failed drug dealer living with his mom. Or comedian. I wouldn't imagine to pick the comedian too, right? So you
she still think you faked that. She still believes that Mike had an inside person to get the test to fake the test.
I had nothing to do with nothing.
That
I know of. I really didn't. I had nothing to do with nothing.
I was gonna leave it there. You had to add the extra that I know of.
That I really don't. I don't know. I have 40 years worth of stories. My oldest daughter, mother, showed to court with club flyers.
Wow.
Oh, you on flyers. I would never get on the internet defending myself, but she's trying to capitalize on the that's exactly what she's doing. She want to end up on Basketball Wives. That's exactly what she wants to do. At this point, she got to make money somehow since her scheme is out in the world. Listen, the amazing thing is all she got to do is have common sense. She don't need the money.
It is Basketball Wives, though. Didn't they have Royce on there, the White House chick? That's how she got put on, right?
I'll say this, working in the industry is alluring, and there's a lot of opportunity to get caught up. It was tempting, but you have to find mates that have a good soul. You don't have to be messy.
That's interesting. That's the right one.
I mean, that makes sense.
It makes sense, but that ain't reality.
That's usually not what happens.
You gotta understand, Miss Coleman. Miss Coleman might be one of the people. She might be. If I had to get if I had to put a handful of people, if I could pick 5 people that I know are authentically good people, she'd be one of them. And her view on things are based on being authentically a sincere, nice person. And people don't take that word. Nice seems like a regular word. No, in this culture that we live in, being a for real nice person, being a caring. This is a person that if I called her and said, "Could you please go check on my mom?" And it was 1:00 in the morning and she was up and answered the phone. She answered. I said, "Can you please have an emergency?" She would literally get in her car and check on my mom, because that's the type of person she is. But in this industry, those people don't pop without not having to, but the allure, like she said, getting caught up in this world. This thing is so addictive. It's crazy. And since men know that this is what women are after, money, uniform, benefits, the question is, why are they not protecting themselves? Asha.
They're men.
Man gonna be a man. Weak moments. We have weak moments. Some men have weak moments.
It's the biology.
Asha, let me tell you how powerful an orgasm is, mixed with ego, mixed with drugs. But let me just focus on this.
And liquor.
Let me just focus. Let me just focus on. Every time I went to rehab, right? Every time I went to rehab, the objective was to get me to never do the drug again, right? That was the objective. To give me a program to never do the drug again. When sex addicts go to rehab, it's the only drug rehabilitation that they are actually trying to get you to do the same drug responsibly. Just let that sink in. They know they can't stop that. There is nothing else. There's nothing you can compare it to. It is something that I have never had it explained. You try and explain what it is that happens to you when you get in a lustful situation, not only just when you're in the lustful situation, but the potential of getting to that lust. We can't compare it to anything else. It's the most powerful thing I've ever seen.
What's the saying? Wars are fought over women.
What?
Nobody started a war over a man, though.
Never. So with that being said, and we're gonna get to I gotta get Kamari in here because he looks tired today. He looks tired. We gotta get him sparked up. He looks tired. He looks tired. No, I'm good. I've been there. And so we got a lies detected, and women, we're gonna try and take it somewhere different. We're gonna try and take it. We've already been in the mud. We're in the mud right now. We're not gonna get off the mud. We're in the mud. But I got a lies detected. Let me get this. There's some way I gotta change this font because man, it's so hard to look at. All right, let's get this.
It's time for action. Yeah.
Thanks you for joining Michael, Sean, and Jay Black. It's time for No Lies Detected.
Right here. It's time for action.
Teenagers and young adult women like me, anytime an adult male is around or them young males, man, go put some clothes on, man. You get what I'm saying? My mama just pulled up to the house with her old man. Okay, boom. I said, wait a minute, mama. Tell him to stay outside. Let me go put on some pants. I just had on like some little shorts, some little, like volleyball tights. I'm just letting y'all know that because a lot of times y'all are not even aware. It's not that that man has a pedophilia spirit on him or anything like that. None like that. It's just that you shouldn't feel comfortable, like as a woman at some point to be walking around like with the short stuff on, titties out and stuff like that, like how y'all be. And then that don't mean that a person should do something to you. I'm just telling you, at some point, your mindset has to mature to the point of you realizing this ain't the right type of setting for me to be dressed like this. So let me go put on some clothes. Young girl.
See, there is hope. There's hope. There's hope out here, y'all.
There's nice, wholesome ladies out there.
With some common sense, there is hope. Especially with all no lies detected. Y'all tell me, you know the game. If you feel there are lies detected, expand on it.
The other thing is just showing respect to her mama or whoever that's coming over.
That's a very good point. And listen, with all the people, me included, if when you get into a relationship, a lot of us have kids. A lot of us have daughters. I have 3 daughters. No lies detected. No lies detected.
Play it again. I missed the first part.
Yeah. All right, let it go. Here we go. Let it go. I'm gonna play it again. No lies detected. Not a single lie. All right, here we go.
Teenagers and young adult women like me, anytime an adult male is around or them young males, man, go put some clothes on, man. You get what I'm saying? My mama just pulled up to the house with her old man. Okay, boom. I said, wait a minute, mama. Tell him to stay outside. Let me go put on some pants. I just had on like some little shorts, some little, like volleyball tights. I'm just letting y'all know that because a lot of times y'all are not even aware. It's not that that man has a pedophilia spirit on him or anything like that. None like that. It's just that you shouldn't feel comfortable, like as a woman at some point, to be walking around like with the short stuff on, titties out and stuff like that, like how y'all be. And then that don't mean that a person should do something to you. I'm just telling you, at some point your mindset has to mature to the point of you realizing this ain't the right type of setting for me to be dressed like this. So let me go put on some clothes. Girl.
Come on, Lady Q. Come on, pro. A woman should be able to wear what they want to wear. Let me hear it. Let me hear you. All people said no lies detected. Where's that opposing view, Lady Q?
Legs, facts. I've done self-respect. You know, some men can be pigs. Why it always gotta be some men can be pigs? There's old ass men who will drool over girls their daughter's age. Real quick, before let me just take this astray real quick. I just want to listen to it one more time. Just want to
go put on some pants. I just had on like some little shorts, some little, like volleyball tights. I'm just letting y'all know that because
there is something about that country accent.
Damn, I was thinking the same thing.
That is just so amazing to me, man. I'm not even lusting over her personally. There's something about that down south accent that they can curse you out and I still feel love. I don't know what it is, because you can doesn't mean you should. We got pajamas every holiday. Oh, yes, it's because the man she just said it's not because okay. Yes, it's because the man has pedophilia spirit, because that's the difference of seeing ass in the house versus on the beach or at the pool. I don't get that, Lady Q. There's just appropriate ways to dress that I wouldn't let the clip, like the clip you showed of the man yelling his cousin, put on some clothes. He was correct in telling her cousin to put on some clothes in front of him.
Lady Q calling. You could have just clicked the link. I guess she want to share her opinion.
Oh man,
all right, Mike can hear you.
Go ahead.
No, if Uncle Luke comes over to the house and you say to your daughter, "Hey Sally, Uncle Luke's coming over. Go cover up." Okay, fine. Go cover up. Don't have your ass cheeks out, whatever. Don't have your breasts out. All those other kind of things, right? What is the difference of Uncle Luke seeing those same titties and them same ass when you come to the barbecue in the backyard with the pool? Uncle Luke is a pervert, period. If Uncle Luke's going to stare, he's going to stare regardless. So don't put that on children to be like, cover up. Nobody should be naked in the home when guests come over. Absolutely not. But for you to be like, oh, well, Uncle Luke cover up. He he's weird, whatever. That's weird. And that's what the point is. People do that to children. People know that their uncles or whoever come over and are perverts, and they have their children cover up instead of not having that pervert come to their home. You don't shame the person for what they're wearing inside their home. You shame the need for it. And I'm sick of people tying respect to what somebody's wearing. My respect does not lie in my clothes. I don't dress provocatively, but if I chose to do, that has nothing to do with me not respecting myself.
All right. I knew you was going to have all right. Thank you. All right. I know she be passionate about that.
I ain't got the energy. Because she, like, I get her point with the pervert, but this is what I mean about y'all. This woman specifically said
teenagers and young adult women like me. Anytime an adult male is around or them young males, man, go put some clothes on, man. You get what I'm saying? My mama just pulled up to the house with her old man. Okay, boom. I said, wait a minute, mama. Tell him to stay outside. Let me go put on some pants. I just had on like some little shorts, some little, like volleyball tights. I'm just letting y'all know that because a lot of times y'all are not even aware. It's not that that man has a pedophilia spirit on him or anything like that. None like that. It's just that you shouldn't feel comfortable, like as a woman at some point, to be walking around like with the short stuff on, titties out and stuff like that, like how y'all be. And then that don't mean that a person should do something to you. I'm just telling you, at some point your mindset has to mature to the point of you realizing this ain't the right type of setting for me to be dressed like this. So let me go put on some clothes. Girl.
I thought that was, but this is why I play these. This is why No Lies Detected. This is why I play, because something that seems so obvious, something that seems so directly to the point, gets turned into people shouldn't be shamed.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Said, and don't have your gray sweatpants on. That's what I said.
So same for men as well. Put a damn shirt on and don't come out in your boxer briefs. Yes, absolutely. But keep that up there. Don't come out in your boxer briefs. Meat swinging into. And why don't I take that as an attack on me being able to wear what I want to wear? And I'm not blaming the auntie. I'm adorable. I'm not blaming the auntie.
Self-respect. Put some damn clothes on. Period.
Then to get the dessert too. Nobody wants to see them either. I don't know. My family's strict about how we dress. First lady, my grandmother taught us all how to dress to this day. I'm conservative, except my 5-inch stilettos, sexy from the ankles down. Okay. I don't think it's a shame. I think it's a matter of just code switching. We do it at work, church, etc. Yes, put some clothes on. That's it, and that's all. All right. The right setting, that's the key.
There's a time and place for everything.
I agree, LaShawn. There's a time and place for everything. Should we be able to wear what we want? Yes, but unfortunately, we have to code switch because we have to be vigilant in our safety. Doesn't everybody? Doesn't everybody? Message received. No more sweats for me. Sweatpants, no drawers. Is weird.
Unless she going to the strip club. No, good.
I know people fully clothed are listed after also, but I agree. Cover up. I know fully. I didn't take it as someone walking around in underwear. I took it as wearing shorts and a tank top that might show your cleavage.
Beth, laughing at Beth. All right, yeah. So,
I thought it was a simple. I thought it was. I thought that was
nothing's ever simple because it's always an opposing view. It's never going to be simple. There's nothing you can put up that won't have an opposing view.
Yes, I would always put on clothes with company, but the female is always blamed and taught what not to do or how to look around males, but males are rarely ever taught not to be perverted.
I mean, a point is made, but
I was taught not to be perverted.
You said you were taught not to be perverted?
We're speaking generally, Mike. Don't personalize this. Don't personalize.
Yeah, but that's what they do. They personalize it.
And this is
not talking about you. Talking about men in general. Some men are not taught not to be perverts. That is a fact.
And I don't think it's shaming to try and give somebody like, yo, put some clothes on. Like put some clothes on. Nothing is cut and dry in this house. Nothing is cut and dry in this. You right about that, man.
Ash be cooking.
You right about that. All right. Jay, you got anything before I get into this other stuff?
No, I don't actually. I was told you nope.
Oh, shocked. I thought after I played old girl hunting down semen for paychecks.
I got nothing.
I thought everything would be good money then. I thought we'd all be on the same page. All right. Well, I guess we're not. All right. Let's get to some tax stuff then. All right. We'll get to some tax stuff. Let y'all got more comments on the lies detected. I had to cuss the teacher out because she told my daughter she should not wear leggings because boys weren't focused on class because they were looking at her. I don't agree with that. What
part? That you shouldn't wear leggings, or that you like? Which part? Because there's two sides.
Because boys, you can't have a person dressed based on what the boy's not going to be focused on or going to be focused on. Because they're boys. That means you're on this hamster wheel that you're trying to decide what you're going to wear based on how somebody else's reaction all the time. Leggings.
Yeah, that's not a distraction.
But that's your problem then if it's a distraction.
No, for the teacher, they have all the boys distracted and that's what they're chatting about, and I can see that being an issue.
How? But what?
Keep going.
I mean, but then when it gets cold outside, if she wears a sweater and she happens to be curvy, and the sweater, they're like, oh.
I was just saying the other side of that because I could see young men being distracted with someone with tights on, and that's all they talking about, and the teacher trying to keep them focused. Obviously, the teacher's wrong for trying to tell the girl what to wear, but at the same time, I see how it could be a distraction for young men. That's all I was saying.
TP said this was an entire class discussion in college course I took years ago. It got heated.
See, it's always, and it's an opposing view. Got heated, right? People are passionate.
Perversion is a personality trait which may require intervention. We choose how we dress.
As Ms. Clark said, be respectful. Stop being a hoochie mama.
That certainly wasn't the teacher's place to do that. Like you said, Lady Q, two things can be true. Yeah, I don't know how the teacher
asked that it can be true. What up, Brooklyn?
Well, what up, Brooklyn? I don't know how a teacher could tell about the leggings. So that means because her body is shaped a certain way, she can't wear the leggings. But if a girl wasn't shaped that way and had no shape, then she could wear the leggings. That's a whole pan.
That wouldn't be a distraction. It's not a
that wouldn't be a distraction. So how you
a toothpick ain't a distraction compared to
I don't understand how
they used to say back in the day.
You got to tell the dudes to change their behavior at that point. You should have been the one to tell your daughter not to wear leggings.
Hold up. He's just saying in general, not Lady Q, but he's just saying like for the opposing view as the parent, we should be able to regulate and tell your kids what's appropriate and what's not ladylike. I think that's what he was trying to say, not you personally, Lady Q.
I told her to tell the boys to stop staring instead of policing my child's clothes, especially since she wasn't buying her clothes.
You ain't buying these clothes, so you ain't telling her what to wear and how to wear.
Man. The teacher was blaming your child in that situation, and that is not cool.
That ain't cool. Ash said that ain't cool.
Fuck out of here. Why can't she wear leggings? The fuck? Yoga pants with no drawers, camel toe, and moose bump. Oof. Whoa.
Well, I guess Beth said why. Like that's what.
That's why. That's why. That's what Beth said.
You want to play? Let's play. See, Mike,
that's why yoga pants with no drawers on. They're distracted no matter what. That's what Afro Queen said. No matter
all
what.
boys are young men at that age are distracted.
That's a fact.
That's
why. Can't help it.
That's why some schools
ban leggings because it's a distraction. Like TP said, it's a heated debate in college. It was heated.
Man, wait a second.
Who
knew this was coming?
I did. That's why
y'all remember that teacher who was curvy and they were mad at the clothes she wore? Mind you, she was
the teacher. Yeah, we put up all
on IG a few years back. Yeah, there's nothing she could do. There's some of these women. There's nothing you could do, girl.
Yeah.
God just created. That was a sculpture, and she always wore a top long enough to cover. Wait, she wore a top long enough to cover.
So yeah, if you covering your
same issues in school and at work.
I mean, but you still can sit, and that's when you want to lift the shirt up. You know how boys do. Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you talking about? Lift the shirt up, then that's when you gotta get reprimanded. You gotta have some discipline.
Yeah, for sure. You're touching a personal space. I say, you know how young boys
said, don't do this and that. You know how boys are. Blah blah blah. Fuck out of here. That is a problem in society. You know how boys are.
You know how boys are. It's the double standards, and it's the reality.
That's a huge problem. I got a personal copy of the dress code every summer from HR. Was asked to cover up while wearing a turtle.
When you thick and your body is curvy, yeah, they like, hey, we gotta figure something else out. You need to go wear a bigger size, so it ain't highlighting your curves.
I ain't gonna lie, my ignorance, I had to be proven. Let Brooklyn sit right there for a second. It had to be proven to me. I had a discussion with a woman, and I was like, "Yeah, you wear this, you wear that, you wear this," and this woman broke it down to me. She said, "Come on, come." This is the first time somebody told me to come to your bedroom. It had nothing to do with that. She said, "Come on, I'm gonna show you something." She walked in the closet. She put this on. She said, "You see my body?" I said, "Yeah." She went back in. She put this on. She said, "See my body now?" Yeah. Now, she kept saying, before she would put it on, I'm going to put this on and that on. Do you have a problem with that? I said, no. She went in, she would change her clothes and come out with what she just said she was going to put on. And then afterwards, I realized there's nothing that you can wear that your body ain't going to be popping. And then we had sex after that. But that's not the point. The point was...
TMI. I don't worry about your sex life, Mike.
I mean, there's only so many times you're gonna change.
That was the teacher that got fired. You remember her, Kamar?
Yeah, I don't even.
No comment.
Is that natural?
You said, is that natural?
That's not. She got that done.
But there was another one. There was another one.
It was a couple of them. Yeah. But is that a distraction for a student?
A young boy?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Being honest.
And that could be the most respectful young man that there is. He's still distracted. He can't help it.
What did Brooklyn say? Did you ever read Brooklyn?
It's the biology.
We don't care if the world sees every crack and curve. Teach zero modesty, and then wonder why society's over-sexualizing black girls and women. Now, the over-sexualization of the genie's out the bottle. We ain't going back. No leggings for my daughter out in public unless wore under a dress.
Miss Clark said,
I don't see a problem with the leggings, but I don't know. I fought that battle. I don't have to fight that battle no more.
Because with your girls, I'm sure they wanted to wear leggings.
Yeah, I fought that battle.
And you lost.
What are you gonna do? They wear the shirt. They wear the shirt to cover it. It's a crazy world. I had the inappropriate dress at work, Mike. I had the exact problem you spoke of. Me, body, someone skinny wearing the same thing, and they tried to reprimand me. Nah, not gonna happen. Not gonna be able to do it. That's what Sean said.
Thickness. Lord.
Hold on, just for because Jay ain't doing this on his own. Just for the sake of the show, because I want to know what I'm talking about. I want to actually be, I want to be informed for once. Can you put the picture back up? I just want to be informed. Okay, know what I'm talking about. Can you blow that? Yeah. Yeah, that poor girl. She can't do nothing about that. That girl's being persecuted. What you can do about that? Oh, that music. The music's about to run out. Put it back on. The music's about to run out. I had to change the music.
Oh, you still?
I feel bad for her. That girl taught me valuable. There's nothing she could do. All she was doing is wearing jeans.
They look like they stretch too.
Them apple bottom jeans.
Look, they had to block out the little kid's face because the little kid was in awe. The little kid, that wasn't even lust. That was just in awe. Like,
it's bigger than my head. Oh God, you stupid. Don't be sexualizing women, Mike.
Not at all. Let's please stop pretending that women do not dress provocatively because they want the attention from boys. Last men. It goes both ways. Otherwise, why do you pull your t-shirt down to show your? Oh, wow.
She's being honest. Thank you for being honest.
Boom,
they're doing it for the attention. That's what Asha said. A lot of women, y'all dressing the way y'all dress for the attention.
No, women don't dress for men. Women dress for women. Everybody knows that.
You ain't dressing with the fatty out for another girl. You trying to get that attention.
Women dress for women.
I don't know.
I just think I need more examples to be more informed.
I gotta grab some more.
No, pictures. I'm just saying.
I gotta get some more pictures.
Themselves have been adventurous since they came out the womb. Oh man.
What Brooklyn say?
There's a way you dress that says you might look.
Did I miss Brooke? Oh wait, I'm way behind.
You ain't about to try agree. There's nothing a woman can wear to stop dudes checking her out. That's why modesty isn't about men looking. It's about self-respect.
And Brooklyn said y'all ain't got no self-respect for yourselves.
I'm a woman wearing leggings with no underwear and showing the whole shape of their vagina. And people think that's appropriate. Absolutely not. Cover. I probably need to research. Go back to her. Is there a picture that we could, because this is the second time. No. Go back to the last comment. Then I need you to Google something.
You talking about Asha's?
Yeah, she said, this is the second time somebody said leggings with no underwear showing the whole shape of their and people think that's appropriate. Absolutely. I've never seen that. And I just think we probably
Never. You need examples, don't you, Mike?
I need something just for the research of the show. Like that. I think I need
You need a visual representation.
Yeah.
I'm Googling now. Let me see. Leggings.
No,
they got doing.
I'm not doing it.
Hey, look up camel toe.
They got Kanye's girl, his wife.
No, we're definitely not that one.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, move that along. That's not my. Yeah, I don't see anything good. There's nothing that I'd be attracted to.
I don't know what's going on these. This is just Google, Mike. This is Google.
Just
so
Google.
Maybe I
Yeah.
should put black people. That's what
Oh yeah, you definitely should. You definitely should. Look at this one.
Right.
Oh, no, scroll up. She's doing an exercise to increase what? Like, go, scroll up a little bit. No, down. Go the other way. The other way. That right there. What are you doing? What exercise is that? In the
Oh, you
grave.
talking about that one?
That is disturbing.
You stupid. All right, back to your comments. Where was we at? I know I missed something.
I just need to. I've never seen these yoga pants. I think this is a lie. I think this is like Bigfoot.
Oh,
There is
come
no
on,
such
Keith.
thing as that. There's a way. There's a way you dress that says you might look, but you ain't about to try that
Right.
shit with me. And
You
then
got
there's
it.
a way you dress that says open for business.
You got a
Wow,
ton
just
of
because you
comments.
dress. My self-respect is never tied to what I put on.
Stacy D said for the other teacher, she's mine. Stacy D said, he said for her right
She
here.
mine. What is she?
That's
you
what
talking
Stacy
about?
did, not me. That's what Stacy.
She mine. What is
I ain't.
I'm gonna get you Kamari. Mike, you got them comments. I'm gonna see what Kamari just sent.
Let me see.
The show Monty should have been on. So talk about women's clothes. Monty would have had a perspective. And why did she want to wear tights as a teenager going to school with all her butt out? Like why didn't she listen to her dad? I agree.
Monty gonna say she should be allowed to wear what she wants to wear. Looks like she's smuggling motorcycle helmets.
I'm talking about the first one. Some of these women do dress. She said there's a competition. I said with the women.
She's agreeing with me.
Because I like my breasts and I prefer a V-neck. My breasts have fed children, so why can't I like them for me? I mean, listen, this is because of my bra size, I can't wear V-necks or scoop necks, and I ain't trying to be sexy. Okay, all right. It's funny, white folks don't have these conversations yet. It's the white folks, people trying to impress with their respectability politics. Another example of us being brainwashed to be acceptable.
Oh, and in what a world design.
A world design that wasn't intended for us to even have choices.
She took it deep. All right, Kamari's.
You knew she was. That's why you called her out.
Look, Stacy D said, "I agree. We need more research."
This is what Kamari sent. Don't blame me. Let me see.
I'm just saying it's out there.
Oh, camel toe. Stop the camel toe.
Wow.
Scroll down. This is for research purposes only.
Just for research purposes only. Yeah, it's research.
So y'all coming off as creepy weirdos, and this I'm just.
It's crazy how
I'm here to
racist.
talk about taxes, sir.
Y'all, let me take this down. Y'all got me feeling awkward.
Yeah, that was
Where
disgusting.
did I leave with the last comment?
But even when you Googled it, it was racism. There was nobody that we saw that was
it was.
that looked like us. There was nobody.
He said
Y'all
she
didn't
was
scroll
wrong.
down long enough. That's all.
I was sent home for my shorts in high school. How short were your shorts? And I was small. But the olive oil shaped girl with the same shorts wasn't sent home. The guard really was like, ain't nobody checking for her.
And Brooklyn said, "Why did your parents allow you to go to school in those shorts?" That's what Brooklyn is thinking.
Yeah, that's what Brooklyn's thinking. We don't
That's
know
what
if
he's
that was a
thinking.
comment, but that was Brooklyn. Mike, I agree. Yeah, more research. We tried. I met her at Joe's barbecue and foot massage.
Y'all are a mess.
That is true. The white people children let their kids wear their cheeks out with no judgment. I think I just saw a girl, a white young woman who just had a whole TikTok about how she was being judged for her track uniform and what she wore, which I thought was outrageous. Like, she's running track. Like, Y'all see Erykah Badu award? Yeah, I saw that. Body at the awards. That was a whole nother deep situation.
It was a whole mess. It was a mess.
That was a political statement.
Yeah, it was a whole message, political statement. Go to Sheen to me. Oh yeah. Have we talked about taxes yet today? TP, we're about to get to it.
I don't think we're going to make it.
Here we go. We're about
I
to get
don't
right
think
into
we're going to make it, people.
We're gonna get into taxes right now. White people don't have the same conversations because white people are. Come on, Brooklyn. What are we doing? First of all, are we even in? Why do we keep saying white people don't have these conversations? We're not there to know if they have the conversations. Like y'all act like y'all in the middle of their household.
It is.
I'm sure fathers. It's the age-old thing. When your daughter starts to get older, it crosses racial barriers. Like y'all sound real crazy thinking white people a white father doesn't have a problem the first time he sees his daughter in a bikini. Body parts associated with sex should be covered.
I mean, unless you're Trump.
Wait, body parts associated. Wait. Go back to this. Body parts associated with sex should be covered. But all right, I'm not even gonna because if you just said body parts associated with sex, so that means everybody should wear a mask. I'm gonna leave that joke just later.
Cover your mouth, Miss Clark.
I'm just gonna let that joke just later. I'm not explaining nothing. Either you got it, you didn't, you didn't.
I didn't get it.
I need an example.
He got it. He definitely he got the joke. I'll say this. I was told by a male, should you be able to walk outside at 3 a.m. and not get robbed? Yes, unfortunately, it's the world we live in, and that was for men and women dressing appropriately.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the reality of life.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a harsh reality. Laughing at Brooklyn.
I've been telling y'all that for a minute. All right, man. Tax season is starting. Let's get some tax questions. Yo, you be going by these comments so fast. I know a lot of white people, they don't have these conversations. And you know what you sound like when the white person says, I got a lot of black friends.
But go to Afro Queens.
I can't stand my daughter's volleyball uniform. May not be about race, but we see it more often than not.
This Afro Queen comment, this one?
Yep.
As a person with YT friends, yes, they do talk about it.
I've seen it happen. Like, we sound crazy. White people don't get into these conversations.
About how many friends?
How many? Can you imagine if a white person said that about black people? Well, how many of y'all? You're like, what?
No more. She don't want to see no more of your camel toe, Mike. She don't want no more of your examples, Kamari. Kamari said, what?
My kids are white, and I never sent them to school like that. So
listen, I'm just serving.
Right, Lisa's white. Legs is white for those who don't know. And she said she ain't never, ever sent her kids to school with no damn tights on. With they ass cheeks out. She said only y'all black people do that.
A lot of women with tape around their mouths. Well, Lady Q got the joke. She got it. Yeah, she understood.
Yes, Miss Clark.
She got the assignment.
Yeah, Lisa, you white? Yes, I let the cat out the bag. Lisa is white, for those who don't know.
Lisa is white. This is horrible. You're not supposed to do it. Random Rick is definitely white.
We got two whites that support the show.
Two whites.
We got two white friends.
You got Nikki White Chocolate?
Oh, I don't look at Nikki as white.
Nikki White Chocolate.
For some reason, I don't look at her.
Look, that's another thing black people can get away with. I don't look at you as white. If a white person ever said to a black person, I don't look at you as black.
Oh, you one of the good ones.
Oh, my God.
You one of the acceptable ones.
Rogan got it. We have the same conversation, so come on. See, they got the same conversations. Speak on it, Lisa. There you go. Black people are, of course, over police for everything they do.
Everything.
And we based our whole genre of music on it. So I mean,
Lisa came out the closet, y'all. She came out.
First of all, how you tell somebody they came out the closet off of their race?
She said, I outed her. Yeah, I outed her.
Oh my God. Get to it. Tax season is coming down. There's going to be a deadline that they're going to start yelling about, and we're all going to be asking for extensions. And certain places they actually charge for extensions. I'm going to get to this.
The tariffs. Does any of this tariff stuff affect taxes to that degree, Kamar?
What tariff stuff?
That your current president signed in.
Tariffs.
Yeah.
Tariffs.
Tariffs.
No, it does not. Two separate issues. Two separate issues.
All right. Just wanted to make sure. I know I need to do an amendment.
Lady Q said, LC, so the shoe don't fit, so don't put it on. The folk I knew growing up, they did not, and we definitely don't see it on the internet. Like I just told you, I knew I should have screen recorded that, but I didn't think that was gonna have an effect. I just saw a white girl who's getting criticized for her track outfit.
Lord, we counting white people. Yeah, we got 3 white friends that watch this show. Well,
building. This is building.
Yes, 2.5 and building. Yes.
And building. I mean, we are all basing these opinions on what we see. So it's fair for someone to speak up and defend their stance. Well, obviously, yeah. I agree with you. I don't, Lady Q. I know who I am. I'm secure in myself. I don't know what that means. Oh man,
like there might be some beef brewing. I like to instigate. I don't know. I love to instigate. I think they're good. I'm always trying to instigate something. Yeah. Okay, she clapped. Okay, as you should.
Did I hear? Wait. Going once, going twice. Did I hear?
Shut the up.
Did I don't know. I'm just wondering if I heard that.
K-Day. Good morning, K-Day.
Only time you shouldn't be fully covered is when you're with your ex. Baby daddy comes over to fix the light bulb.
Girl, shut the up.
Sometimes I feel bad when you bring that up, but she had fun with us too with it. Because for those who don't know, K-Day, she's single, but her baby dad comes around a lot. And there benefits to that. So, and she embraces that role. She stays single just to have that support from her baby dad.
She breaks stuff in the house on purpose. Like twice a month, she breaks stuff. Like he actually had to come over to fix a vacuum cleaner. They ain't got no carpets. The whole place is hardwood floors.
Girl, shut the up.
Even he was confused.
Lord.
The belt broke on the vacuum cleaner. He was like, well, you got a hardwood? I'll be there in 15 minutes. I'll be there in 15.
Oh, God.
No beef at all. Stop it, sir. No, we felt it. We felt it. Who was coming out the closet?
Somebody came at LaShawn yesterday too. I was playing around. I was gonna keep going, but I don't even remember who it was. I'll catch you later. All right. Queenborn says, well, that's the statement.
That's their statement. All right, let's get to it. Tax season is coming. People filing for extensions. What is the probably your mic is on mute? I don't know if you know that.
Yep.
Kamari, Financial Rebel, what is the most irritating thing that you get? The one thing that you would if you're about to get your stuff together to get your taxes, what is the most irritating thing? Or what is the constant that you have to deal with? Where you go, okay, why don't you have this? Why don't you have that?
My real estate investors who don't do good books, or my business owners who don't have good books. They should hire a bookkeeper, spend time working on it.
What?
Any of those.
But say if they can't afford to hire a bookkeeper,
they can do it themselves. Listen, organization is a cheat code.
Come on, BC.
If you really want to excel in business, the better organized you are, the more possibilities you have to do that. There's no way around it. If you don't have time to pay a bookkeeper or money to pay a bookkeeper, then you got to do it yourself.
So that's what it is, Jay Black. See,
you should figure it out
because it is a lot for a new up and coming business owner to be able to every receipt have a system and not drag your feet and so I do it later. And because
it's all about how you set it up. Everybody says that. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I'm just I'm agitated about people when they say it's hard. It's only hard if it's in your mind. It's hard. Pause. Right. All you got to do is set up the foundation right. You're a business owner, business account, business credit card, business debit card. Have all your money from your business sales go into your business account. Have all the money you spend on the business, actual business expenses, come out of the business account using your credit card that's attached to the business or the debit card. It's that simple. Don't mix your personal money in there. So if you got a job, Oh, I know.
Yeah, Jay,
I know.
don't mix the personal
I
T-shirt
was gonna
money.
ask you that. I
Don't
was just
mix
about to
that
ask you
merch money. I hope that merch money didn't go to getting that new washer and dryer. I hope that.
Oh, speaking of
Well,
merch
that's for
money,
the business too.
I got my package yesterday.
Hey, he ordered from WokeUpInspired.com and he got it.
Let me
Oh,
see.
we might as well
It's time
open
for
it up
action.
live.
I mean, I will if you want me to. I should have wore it.
Next
What-
Thursday, he
what
got
was
next
it?
Thursday. He showed it next Thursday.
He should. Okay.
I need to have multiple.
All right.
Can I
I destroy clothes. Go ahead.
Can I ask you a silly question?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you ordered a red shirt?
How does a non-profit profit?
Ooh, I like this. I like the branding.
I told you,
Oh,
I tried to tell people their packaging is amazing.
Everything.
I don't even see what she be doing.
Oh,
what shirt
Lady
did you
Q
order
be
again?
rocking.
Oh, you went to Black Excellence University. Okay.
Oh, I love this joint.
Nice.
That is dope. That is dope. How does a nonprofit make profit? How does a nonprofit profit? How is that legal?
They don't. But a nonprofit is a business.
But somebody's getting rich off of it.
Somebody gotta get paid.
Getting paid and getting rich are two different things. So hear me out. Nonprofits are businesses, right? You should approach them as businesses. The United Way, the Red Cross, all the big ones get billions of dollars a year. Why? Because they got a donor base, they get grants, they do all kinds of stuff. Let's say they made $1 million and they only spent $500,000. $500,000 is left over. It's not profit per se because it doesn't belong to any one individual. It belongs to the organization. And remember, nonprofits are nonprofits. What is a nonprofit? In this context, I'm talking about a nonprofit that has been giving nonprofit status by the IRS, usually referred to as 501c3 status. There are other, and 501c3 status is just a section in the tax code. There are other nonprofit sections in the tax code as well, but 501c3 is the most popular. So for any business who is deemed 501c3, the money that they make is not taxable. However, you do have to follow some rules.
I'm about to say I could use that money to buy a washing machine. Like I could disperse it out.
Are you in the business of giving washing machines to the homeless?
No, but I could be trying to help clean their clothes.
Yes. So you can. There are nonprofits around helping homeless people, or actually, homeless isn't the preferred word now. Unsheltered or unhoused people. So that happens. There was a principal in New Jersey who got a washing machine to make sure his kids had clothes, clean clothes. A lot of schools are nonprofits, so they could buy a washing machine as long as it goes into the mission of what they're doing.
So Carl said tax exempt. So if I am legit a 501c organization, I can go to Lowe's and say, hey, here's my information. I'm tax exempt. Don't charge me taxes on this washing machine.
So that's sales tax, yes.
Okay.
But you have to apply for that. You don't get it automatically. I see a lot of nonprofits messing up with that.
But you said the nonprofit organization makes $1 million. They only spend $500,000 for that year.
Right.
So maybe a person didn't profit, but how do they get to call the organization a nonprofit organization if the organization profited?
Because the money is not for the individuals. The money is for the betterment of the community or the mission. I mean, give me a popular nonprofit you know of.
Church.
Okay.
Mike always coming at the church and what they doing with the money. Go ahead.
That's fine. The churches actively, and not all of them, right? But the church is actively working in the community a lot of times. And I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about church.
Right.
The Black church especially has worked in the Black community for years to create certain programs. And the tax code, listen, I always say this, the tax code is the cheat code, right? So in the tax code, when you have nonprofits that help the community, their mission is to help the community, they get tax breaks.
So when they when they pay their employees, and you work for a nonprofit and you get a check from a nonprofit, does the check from the nonprofit get taxed?
Yes, that's something totally separate.
So you get taxed for working for the nonprofit.
Because you're an employee.
So how are they maneuvering? Because I know people who had a nonprofit in a certain city that I used to work at, and they would give school lunches. And I heard them talking amongst themselves, and that was their job, and that's how they personally got rich.
Lock the doors.
Come up. Well, listen, there's a lot of unscrupulous people.
Okay.
So yes, are there people that pimp the system? Absolutely. There are a lot of them there. I'm only talking about what's legal and lawful. I'm not talking about the shady shenanigans. Leave me out of that.
And just quickly, because I just want to I gotta play this real quick. Speaking of the church, let me just play y'all this little clip that I saw about church and tithing real quick. And the reason why I play this is because you know what tomorrow is, y'all. What's tomorrow?
I don't know.
Tomorrow the church, anybody can get it. We'll have our first of the month tithing situation. So get ready for tomorrow's Cash App situation where you can send a minimum of $1 to Michael Sean. And this is not about the community. This is about paying our StreamYard bill and things of that nature. But just in that spirit, just to let you know, because I say it up front. This is something I saw about pastors, and somebody posted.
But the Lord said, "Give what you can." He didn't put no number on it. I didn't even know pastors was a job. Because when I grew up, the pastor, he was the principal, he was a janitor, he cut hair. He wasn't no preacher full time. That wasn't the only job he had.
Right.
I swear, Ocho, I did not know that was a full time job. My pastor was a teacher at school, or he was the principal, or he was the custodian, he was the barber.
Yeah.
He did other things. He just didn't preach.
Yes, sir.
But see, that's why I'm gonna go into the ministry.
But one thing you got to think, I'm not sure if Marvin Sapp has a mega church, but I understand what goes into it and what it entails when it comes to the overhead for a church of that magnitude with a congregation.
Well, stop building a church that big.
I almost died.
Salvation was free. But ministers have found a way to charge for salvation.
He ain't lying.
Do you believe that?
To get
For the record, that was terrible. But go ahead.
But that wasn't the one I thought I was gonna play. The eye doctor near me was on the news for trading sexual favors for waiving copays and glass. How?
I mean, that's creative.
I'm tired. Y'all got me tired today. K-Day says start a social enterprise and not a nonprofit if you want to be community focused but still profit. Start a social enterprise. Do you know what the difference between a social enterprise and a nonprofit is?
They have like B Corps, but a lot of times they still are taxed. So it gets tricky. But listen, so I am in the process of launching a nonprofit myself. And I've worked on nonprofit board. Matter of fact, I'm on nonprofit boards now. It takes work, just like any other business. You have to approach it like a business. You do.
Let me, Jay, y'all continue. I got to take this phone call. Continue real quick. Continue on real quick. I'll be right back. Got to take this. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead. Continue on.
Go ahead, Kamari.
Go ahead, Kamari. You got to go.
Oh, wait. My brain is somewhere else. If it ain't talking about my kind of taxes, I just check out. I want to know what's affecting me. I ain't got no nonprofit. I ain't got the church. I want to know what credits and benefits that I can.
But Jay, you can start a nonprofit teaching broadcasting.
I can start a nonprofit. And where am I going to get funding from again?
You can sell shirts. You can ask for donations.
That's too much work. That ain't fast.
That's the thing. People don't want to work. You got to work, Jay.
And she said Ben & Jerry's is a good example of social enterprise. I don't know what
they are.
Okay.
Well, Ben & Jerry's, before they got bought, because Ben & Jerry's, the original Ben & Jerry's, contributed a lot of their profits to social things, social good.
That's my opinion. Carl said, this is my opinion. You spend 10. She brought the bacon.
Focus.
I'm sorry. For the Old Testament, now they're taking over 30% out. I guess it used to be 10%. Now it's 30.
No, not that I know of. I know it's 10. Most say 10. But you know what? I do know and have a lot of clients and family who give 20 and 30%.
Here's a legit question. I need to file my taxes from last year. What's the deadline for this? So I know it's April 15th for this year, right? She missed the deadline for last year?
Yeah, you missed it. So, Ash, I would say go ahead and file them as soon as possible. Because if you owe, this only matters if you owe, you might have penalties and interest accruing on that. If you got a refund, the government is just holding your money. So get your money. Get your money.
Yeah, like New Jersey owed me money. This is a legit personal thing. Like when you work in one state and you live in another, sometimes they can get confusing. So it was a point where I was paying one state and I should have been paying the other state. So the other state came like, yo, we don't care what you did. We need our bread. If not, we're going to penalize you. So I had to cough up money to pay them. But now I've been fighting to get my money from the other state and they're not taking my calls. Like, how can I get my money back from the state? Because I'm sure they know that I paid them for no reason, right?
Did you file it on your taxes?
How do you file it on your taxes? Like, I have to know the amount that I paid them?
Yes.
See,
you get a credit. So you live in Pennsylvania.
I live in Pennsylvania, and I was working in Jersey at one point. Right. Yeah.
And so, there's a reciprocation agreement between Jersey.
No, it wasn't one because they darn shit.
But what happens is, if that did happen and you did pay, you can claim that as a credit on your PA taxes. And then your PA taxes are lowered by the amount that you paid to the other states.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I had to put that down. But then when they went looking for that, I guess, is it too late to do that? If that was like 3 or 4 years ago, it's never too late?
It's not
okay, so I need to figure out probably from their initial letter that the amount that I had to pay them, which I gotta figure that out. Okay. All right. So Ash says she owed money. So I guess if you owe money and you didn't file from last year, that could be a problem for her. So the sooner the better because the interest is adding up every month. So yeah, Ash, I wouldn't delay it.
That's what happened to Wesley Snipes. He didn't file his taxes.
See, I'm making life hard. Yeah, you're making your life harder.
It accumulated. It got super big, and then they took him to jail.
How do you miss not filing your taxes for the whole year?
There's lots of people that do it. Everybody doesn't file every year.
But everybody's required if you make over a certain amount, though, correct?
Right.
So I don't get why you wouldn't. I guess no, you don't want that smoke. All right. I see how to do it. Okay. So Ash ain't filed. Mike, you been filing your taxes every year?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's highway robbery what I've been charged. Because this is the simplest. This is the first time my taxes are gonna be as simple as they are. I just got one form. That's all I got.
Question for Kamar.
Go ahead.
Do you encourage people, like, say if you know you're getting a lump sum, like a nice bonus check, is it encouraged to play with those dependents, knowing that's coming, just so you can get that money now and then you can change it back?
Hell to the no.
Okay.
I call it the exemption game. You see people talk about it online all the time. I'm gonna tell you what happens. So there's a couple things that happen too, specifically. People tend to forget to change the exemptions back.
I never forget to change it back.
Not you. This isn't about you.
All right.
I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So
Good.
leave it to JR to come up with some shenanigans.
Good.
But
it's nonstop. It's forever. It's forever.
A lot of times people add on other dependents or claim exempt, and they get in trouble a lot of times because they forget to change it back.
They change it back.
And then come tax time, they're like, "Oh snap!"
You left it on that whole year. Yeah, you done screwed up. Yeah, you know, federal was coming out and all that. All right. So as long as you change it back.
Sounds like you did that.
I may know some people.
I know, but wait a minute. All right, so for the other people that you know, here's another thing. A lot of people that forgot, they get what's called a lock-in letter from the IRS, where they will send a letter to your employer and tell your employer to file you at the highest possible tax rate. And there's nothing you can do about it. So that's why you don't want to play that game.
I got what you're saying. Err on the side of caution. If you want to roll the dice, it's up to you. But I got
the IRS. Play if you want with the IRS.
Clark said, can an unemployed spouse be claimed as a dependent? So if the unemployed spouse, can I claim them as a dependent?
No, because they're your spouse. So that's going to go towards what your filing status is. And if you're married filing jointly, your spouse is already included in that.
Oh, I'm about to say, because it's been times where I did it and times, but when we file as joint, I don't.
Allegedly. You know, the IRS
allegedly.
does
No,
social media.
No. Meaning, like, if you're not filing as married and you're filing as head of household, they couldn't be a dependent?
No.
That's what I did, but I never did that. See, I was right. I was the head of household, but we weren't married.
You're dependent. Your spouse is not a dependent. Your spouse makes the house with you.
Just like your kids are. If they're not working, just because they have a certain age, you may not get.
She mine.
Wait, you may not get the full credit because they of a certain age, but they still technically a dependent, correct? How is that not?
Your spouse is a dependent.
If they're not working and living in your household, same way as your 20-year-old
household. Ooh.
Right, it's not your household. You
well,
don't have a household.
No,
No, I mean that's what you said.
Because
you want to use your words.
As a dependent, it would be your household.
Use your words.
You can't say our household if you're trying to claim them, so you got to be all in. But no, in all seriousness, you can't claim an adult. You can.
You can claim an adult. Your children can be adults. Your parents can be adults. You can claim them. Your spouse, no.
But what age does it stop that you can claim your kids? What 21, 23? If they're not in college?
It's not an age per se. What happens is different things fall off. Different monies fall off at certain times. So if they're out of college, let's say you're 18, you're in college. That's a full deduction. If you're 30 and out of college, it's not. So just keep that in mind. But for many of us, we got seniors that might live in a nursing home or something like that. You can claim your spouse, your parent sometimes if you're helping to take care of them and all of that. A lot of people miss that.
So you can't claim your spouse if you're married and she doesn't work. You can't. She's not a dependent.
I guess if you never filed as married, though.
For the record, I want to say y'all line of questioning is extremely homophobic. Misogynistic. Is extremely misogynistic.
I'm asking. I'm trying to ask Jay Black.
Assuming that the spouse is a woman.
No, we're speaking in hypothetical. That's what Miss Clark. We was answering her.
You missed the joke.
I know. I'm about to say, don't try to put me. I'm already second guessing stuff, but no, this is good insight because I always told you can claim an adult. But I guess if you start claiming as married, then you got to keep down that road. But if y'all,
well, y'all are married, right? So it's y'all's house, not.
But can you be married and not filed as married? If you've never said we just got married and we still kept our you were single, I'm single. You kept that status. You never filed as joint as married.
People do it a lot.
All right.
People do it a lot. That's not the right way to do it.
All right.
So is
it a whole video on that?
Illegally? Are you supposed to do it? Are you supposed? Are you supposed to do it?
So there are, off the top of my head, 4 or 5 filing statuses. You have married filing jointly when you have a spouse or two spouses filing together, and they're saying we live together, we work on our business or household together, we want to file together. Then you have married filing separately. Because here's the other thing.
You can do married. Okay, married.
Because if Michael Sean, you marrying your wife and she got student loan debt, you don't want to get hemmed up in that.
Well, I never got married, so
student loan debt or tax debt, right? So sometimes
I don't want your problems.
Keep that separate. So some people do married filing separately. They don't want to combine their stuff. No. So, for example, my wife works. I'm self-employed. My wife hates my tax situation because it's complicated to her and she doesn't understand it. But we don't file separately, but I might tell her to do that one day.
Oh, married filing separately brings complications. Itemizations got to match.
Yeah. Not only the itemizations got to match, everything gets basically halved. So if you want to contribute money to an IRA, it's half of what is normally allowed per year. So they just basically cut everything in half when you're married filing separately. It's kind of a penalty. Again, the tax code is a cheat code. The government wants the economy to thrive, so they're always giving people incentives to help the economy to thrive.
And that's for married.
Marriage,
joint, yes,
right, helps the economy thrive.
Damn.
So they want you to be married and filing married. You get better benefits. You get more kickback.
Not kickback. Kickback is an illegal term. You're not going to use that
You get
term.
more benefits.
You get more benefits, but then it's the sacrifice of man, because you couldn't wind up marrying. You can marry this person, and
I remember how women came together in
you
the
look good,
protest,
but
and you got dressed in jerry beads, and some of you went down in panties and bras.
God, that voice does irritate the hell out. I mean, Anthony, I
fake.
understand.
I think the voice irritates you because of the shenanigans.
That
voice that is such a staged voice. That is
Trench coats and was like, "This is my body. This is my choice." Okay, but the second a woman makes the decision, and
oh God, lower tax bracket when you file joints. Lower tax bracket.
What's that sweet tax bracket? Is it under? Was it 99? Like what's that sweet? Is that a sweet?
There's a sweet.
Is there a sweet range? Like
the hell's he talking about?
You get the benefit.
Listen, I might not be answering your question, but I'm gonna say this.
Damn, it turns sexual in here. That's
No, you know what I'm saying. Shut up.
Disgusting.
Your labor is always going to be taxed more than your assets. The reason why Warren Buffett pays less taxes than his secretary is because the majority of Warren Buffett's money comes from his assets and not from his labor. So how do you do that? Buy stocks, buy real estate, buy other businesses, and figure out ways to generate your income from that instead of just working a 9-to-5 job. And I'm not 9-to-5 shaming. I'm just talking about the facts of how taxation works.
I mean, that's it. That's shit. I mean, I'm fair. I don't know, when you break it down like that. I mean, they go by the laws that are there, and
correct.
You use the laws to your benefit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what you gonna do?
I'm trying to help the people out, Mo. I'm trying to ask real questions that y'all ain't asking.
If you have a simple tax return like me, which is just, what is it, a W-9 I got?
Mike got one W-2 form.
I got one W-2 form.
Because he don't do nothing with his business that he has.
Don't do nothing.
How is that possible?
Don't do nothing.
He taking advantage of nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, you probably leaving money on the table, but okay.
A lot of money he's leaving.
I'm not going to jail. Unlike
you're not if you do it the right way. Okay.
But my question was, there's so many people who just do that when they just have that, they do their taxes on their own. Do you advise doing this online thing where you just do your tax, you put your form in and you calculate it and you do what you got to do?
So I'm gonna be totally honest with you. A 12-year-old can do taxes, right? It's not hard. If you can read and count, use a calculator, you can do taxes. However, some of the nuanced things, Jay Black's situation with the states, right? If you're not actively working in that, you don't know that. It's not something you encounter. So yeah, sometimes just using the free governmental tax sites are good. Like the IRS does offer VITA, which is volunteer income tax assistance. So usually I believe it's anybody under either 59,000 or 69,000 can get their taxes done for free. I recommend that to a lot of people all the time because everybody doesn't have it and not get it.
Yeah,
but if you think your situation might be complicated, it might make sense to hire a tax pro.
And Ash is doing hers now because she missed last year. The odds at IRS messing with somebody, like she's average, probably regular person, they're not coming to Ash, right? For her being late. You wouldn't think, right? Like there's so much going on.
Coming at.
I mean, like trying to give her a hard way to go and give her all these fines depending because she missed 1 year. Don't they give you a slap on the wrist? Hey, don't miss it again. Like there is a chance for that, right?
Sometimes, not always though.
I mean, but it takes a while. It was crazy because there was that Anchor thing that during COVID that I got sent to fill out for my home that I had at the time. And that was in like 2020. And everybody was like, they sent me the form. They said, fill it out. I met all the qualifications. I filled it out. Do you know I didn't get that check till like 3 months ago more than 3 months ago. In 2024, I got it at the end of 2024.
You forgot all about it, probably.
I forgot all about it.
Anchor. What's an anchor? What do you mean? You talking
It
about
was
stimulus check?
It was what?
The stimulus check.
Yeah, I guess it was the stimulus check.
Okay.
And I didn't get it till and I guess I got to put that in my taxes along with my W-2 or whatever, right?
Maybe. I would need to see it in order to advise you on it.
In 2020?
Sometimes. So I'm not sure if this is exactly what you're talking about. So there's people who didn't file their taxes. If you didn't file your taxes, you couldn't get the stimulus payment around COVID.
It's the New Jersey Anchor.
I'm not familiar with that. I'll look it up.
Got it. Well, good luck, Mike. Hopefully you won't get locked up as soon as you cash that check.
I ain't gonna lie. They don't even bother me. I've been on that payment plan. I've been on that payment plan. I don't know for how long.
It's for homeowners and renters. Okay, yeah. So it looked like it's a rebate.
Okay. Yes.
So no, I mean, if there is a follow requirement, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal.
All right. Well, we're over time. All right, y'all.
Good. Got some education in with the riffraff. We just got some education done.
That's why I always call these money and ratchetness, because we never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen. You never. We did. We got some work done. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up. Let me get go.
9 o'clock.
Go to work today, but I'm not a call out person. I'm just not a call out person. There goes the shirt right there. Black Excellence University.
Black Excellence University.
WokeUpInspired.com. You got 2 IG handles. What are the 2 IG handles? I'll put the shirt back up because Jay.
I was wondering what y'all trying to do.
Bam. Established 1865. I love it because Juneteenth is coming. I love that date. Where's
I got a gig Juneteenth out there in Dallas, so y'all holler at me. I got a gig out there. Got a gig out there. All right,
by the way, Mike,
what's up?
Gigs all the time. You probably should look at doing a better job on your taxes. You're missing out on some money.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to get into this whole like this year. I always say it. I want to get with you early so you can walk me through the steps, so I can have the entire year to get everything right, because I know I'm missing out on money. I know I'm doing it to myself.
I'm missing out too. I want to pay my son as an employee to cleaning up the office. I'm missing out.
I mean, technically you can do that. Put him on payroll though.
I know. I got to figure that piece out. I get nervous. That's why I get nervous, Mike.
Set up a payroll.
Yeah,
but you got to set up don't you got to pay him and then you got to take taxes
I had
out?
a separate account. Yes, but no, not under a certain amount.
Yes,
under a certain amount. If he makes under, I think, like 15,000 or 12,500, something like that, he ain't got to pay taxes.
Okay, but he still needs to get it on payroll though.
Yeah. That's the payroll part of it is where I got to work to. I could put you on payroll, Mike.
So does he have to pay taxes? Would he have to pay taxes, the young man, or you don't have to pay taxes?
No, he wouldn't have to pay taxes.
Not federally. He might need to pay some taxes on the state level.
I ain't paying no taxes.
Look, Jay Black said, I'm not paying no taxes. All right, y'all.
He good. Okay.
All right. There it is.
No, I'm gonna figure that part out. We're gonna figure it out. But no, we appreciate you. The Financial Rebel. That's what
Financial Rebel. Every Thursday it goes down. Get your taxes done. If you got any questions, where can they hit him at? They can hit him at the Financial Rebel. He also has another IG handle, but that's the one you go to if you got questions, at the Finance Rebel.
Yep.
And the Philly Tax Team. Yep. Hit him up, get your questions in, and he can make that happen. All right, y'all. I gotta go get to work. I gotta get in a better mood. I don't know. I'm drained right now. Good live as always. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Have a good day at work. Right back at you, Miss Parker. Have a blessed day. Don't forget, April 12th, it goes down the Q Spot. April 12th, it goes down the Q Spot Comedy Show. Me, Derek Lee, Denny Live. Get your tickets. Go to my Instagram at Mike Sean Comedy. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone or any circumstance take it from you. For Michael Sean, Jay Black, Financial Rebel. For Sexy Mo. For C Chung. For Lady Q, WokeUpInspired.com. For all your merch, including that t-shirt, Black Excellence University. You can get that. You got any special customized things, you got to DM and put your request in, and it's going to be more money. We are gone.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.